I can show you how to increase your exit multiplier of your business 200 to 450%. This means that you can double to quadruple your profits when selling your business. I can even help you find a buyer at that increase. And this applies to digital marketing agencies, SaaS companies, e-commerce, AI companies, consulting companies, all of the above. It also applies to those of you that are not ready to sell right now in this moment. It applies to those of you that are planning for a future exit. And it applies to those of you that are ready to sell right now if the offer was right. It also applies to those of you that are stuck in this cycle, what I call the cycle of madness, where you are trying to scale your business and you decide you'd like to sell your business. So you take it to the market only to be told by a broker or a buyer that it's not worth what you had hoped. So you go back to trying to scale your business, ending up stuck in this cycle where you're ultimately a slave to your own business. It applies to you. And it applies to those of you that want to do things the right way. And in my opinion, this is the right way to do them. You build your first business, you scale it, you increase the enterprise value, you exit that business, and then you repeat the process. And what you do is you take your proceeds, you take your resources, and you move into a larger opportunity vehicle. And you do it again and again until you win the game. And for me, this is the same cycle that I've followed. I started with my gyms, I moved into my digital marketing agency, and now I have Limitless Capital, a private equity company. And if you look at successful entrepreneurs that have come before us, even Elon Musk, they started in one opportunity vehicle, and then he moved into PayPal, and then he moved into SpaceX and Tesla. So if we study successful people before us, this is what they do. And what I'm going to share with you today reminds me of a quote that I like from Richard Branson. It is not necessary to reinvent the wheel when there are already blueprints for success. Build upon the foundation that others have laid. So here's how I know for sure what I'm going to share with you today actually works. There's a 70-year history. There's also approximately 11,000 other businesses that are applying this strategy today, right now, in the United States. We are just not part of it yet. And as promised, I am not going to sell you anything today. But if you stick around, I will give you 3 options to increase the value of your business. And I will also give you the resources that you will need to do it. At the end of this presentation. Now, this is not my favorite part, but it's necessary. And it's necessary for those of you that don't know me intimately. 4 years ago, I sat in a gym office trying to build a marketing agency. This was during COVID, while I owned 3 gyms, hence why I was in a gym office building a marketing company. I was working a full-time job. My beautiful wife was pregnant and stressed out. And I had no prior experience in marketing. And in October of 2020, my business was generating $4,000 in monthly revenue, barely enough to pay the bills. Fast forward to December of 2023, not too long ago. I had a team of 50, 700 plus clients. I took 8 million in profit out of the business. I sold for multi-7 figures. I spoke to 3,000 plus business owners, either on stage or virtually. I was featured in high-level spotlight sessions. I was featured in Joel Kaplan's Agency Lab program. And I did all of this while building an amazing family with my wife. So now let me ask everyone here a question. Have you ever contemplated a multi-million-dollar exit from your business? I know that's a stupid question to ask entrepreneurs. We all have. We all think about the day the big check comes, the wire transfer hits our account. After selling my business, I asked myself, what would it take next to be part of a $100 million exit? How can I make that my reality? Is it even possible? Or am I pipe dreaming? Would I have to 20x or 10x or 5x my current agencies, my current businesses that I own? How likely is the outcome and how long is it going to take me? I'm not young anymore. How much time is this going to take? Do I have enough time? And here were some not so fun facts that I came across. Only 10% of digital businesses ever sell for over $1 million. Crazy. Less than 1% get over 10 million. And 70% of us never sell. We fizzle out. So my follow-up question to that is, have you ever sat down and mapped this out? Do you know what the road to an exit looks like exactly? Because if not, then like me, it's purely theoretical. We're just talking about something, hoping that the day comes where a buyer shows up, the transaction completes, they pay the amount that we want them to pay, and it magically happens the way that we pictured it would happen. It's purely been theoretical until today, until now. I spent the last 9 months of my life, my retirement life, if you call it that, coming up with a plan that will achieve a $100 million exit for all of us, with tangible steps and supporting numbers. No theories here. In under 7 years, without investing or using our own personal money or your own personal money or business money. You don't need to take money out of your profit and put it back in order to accomplish what I'm going to show you. With no additional risk. In fact, I've found ways to take the risks that we're currently facing today and mitigate it through this process. We will not need to 20x, 10x, or even 5x our current businesses. You won't need to do that. So here's what you will walk away with very shortly. You will have the exact steps to increase your exit multiplier 200 to 450%. You will know the timeline. You will know how long it's going to take you. You will have the financial breakdown, a mathematical formula, the actual numbers to show that this works and makes sense in a conservative manner. You will know why it makes more sense than what you're currently doing today or whatever you're planning on doing. And you will have 3 unique options on how you can make it happen. With that said, let's go. I'd like to introduce you to Limitless Capital. Limitless Capital is a private equity firm specializing in strategic roll-ups of digital enterprises. And I'll read through this part quickly, but I want to share it with you. Limitless Capital is a powerhouse collective of top CEOs, each leading thriving businesses. We specialize in rapidly scaling marketing agencies, SaaS companies, digital enterprises, driving exponential growth and market dominance. Our strategy unites diverse businesses into a portfolio, creates synergy, we share resources, which amplifies our market dominance. And this collaboration not only boosts revenue, it reduces our risk, and it positions us for a substantial 9-figure exit, benefiting every person involved, every CEO, and every owner that is inside the portfolio. Here's my devastating epiphany. How much can I sell my agencies for? I don't know how many conversations I've had over the past 9 months where someone said, what do you think I can get for it if I wanted to sell it? I want to know the answer too. So I'm going to give you the answer today. And you need to know two things. You need to understand valuation multiples and basic multiplication. That's all you need to understand. A digital business generating $1 million in EBITDA today, statistically speaking, based on notable transactions, no theories here, actual transactions that have happened, can sell for 2.5 to 3.5x. If you're doing around $1 million, let's call it 3. 1 times 3 is, say it with me, $3 million, right? A $1 million agency or SaaS company or consultant company can typically sell for $3 million. I know there's exceptions to the rule, but that's based on the majority of transactions. Now, there's a problem, though, with this business. It is high risk because it doesn't have a lot of profit. It's risky for a buyer. The founder is typically very involved, meaning whoever buys your business has to replace you or find someone to replace you and do it as good or better than you're doing it. And a lot of us that are at this number have one product to one avatar, meaning we're at the mercy of market and economic conditions, which adds to the risk of someone buying this business off of us. Okay, how long will it take me if I'm doing $1 million to get to 5 million? Let's look at the numbers. Let's give ourselves 10 years. Let's be gracious here. I know we're all ambitious. I know we're driven. I know we can do it faster than that, right? Well, let's look over a 10-year period. How do we get to 5 million? Simple. You achieve a quarterly growth rate of 4.75% every single quarter for 10 years, and you arrive at $5 million. Here's the problem with this. Statistically speaking, businesses that are doing $1 million don't typically grow 4.75% per quarter for 10 years and arrive at $5 million. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Businesses doing $1 million will shoot to 5 million much quicker and break beyond it. We all know some of them out there. That actually is more common. And for the ones that don't, or for the ones that have not done this yet, the $1 million business does not get there over a 10-year period. What happens is they hang right around where they are. They go up and down until they either sell for way less than they ever wanted to sell for, or they go out of business. That is the harsh reality. So what about a $5 million business? If you listen to this and you're already doing 5 million, what can you sell for? Statistically speaking, again, from notable transactions, actual factual information here, no concepts. The average multiplier for a $5 million digital business is 6x. Simple math, $30 million, not bad. Someone puts a $30 million check in front of me, I'm not going to be upset about that. But what if that same business could sell for 10x, taking your $30 million exit to 50? Both of those numbers are big, but every one of us here would take another $20 million, right? So how do we get a 10x multiplier is what you're wanting to ask me. Great, Gil. Sure. What about a 20? What about a 30? How do we go from 6x to 10x? There's another term that I had to learn and understand, and you might already be familiar, but if you're not, size premium. Size premium is the higher multiplier applied to a larger business's earnings, reflecting its perceived lower risk, stability, and stronger market position. Portfolio companies benefit from this premium when they are grouped together, making them larger and more attractive to buyers, leading to higher valuations. So it looks like this. Imagine these little guys on the left side of your screen are $1 million EBITDA digital businesses. They get together collectively and they're now doing 1 times 10, $10 million. Now, if they benefit from a size premium, we have 10 million in EBITDA equals times 10x multiplier equals a $100 million exit. Sounds simple, right? You're like, yeah, right. Is this how it really works? Let me show you. Hypothetically speaking, if this played out, each business that maybe could sell for 3 million can now sell for 10 million. They also are less of a risk to the buyer because they're part of a larger portfolio. So we mitigate some of the earlier things that I shared, why that $1 million business is a problem. But they go from 3 million to 10 million and add 7 million when they walk away with zero growth, with zero change. I'm not asking you to meet a number, to go take your million to 3 million. I'm not asking you to do anything except shake hands with each other and say, it makes more sense to do it together. 7 million additional dollars makes more sense to do it together. And so that my 10x multiplier does also not seem like a pipe dream. I'm not here to give you theories. I'm here to share facts, statistics with you. Here's some notable transactions. Keyword Studios acquired Digital Media Management in March of 2023 for 100 million at an 11.8x multiplier. Vericom acquired Mallard Lite for 90 million at a 10x multiplier. Air Slate portfolio was valued at 80 million. A portfolio of digital businesses exactly like us was valued at 80 million and raised $80 million in capital. And our friend Alex Hermosi sold Gym Launch in July 2022 to private equity firm American Pacific Group for 46.2 million. We don't know the multipliers, but based on what I've seen publicly, he probably got about 7 or 8, not doing 100 million, not doing 10 million in EBITDA. Sorry. Here are the other upside. Simply by being part of a portfolio. There are minimum check size buyers out there. You get access to better buyers. And I want to say this again, because the first time I heard it, I had to really understand it. There are buyers out there that have a minimum check size, 60, 70, 90, $100 million. They will not write a check smaller than that. And large private equity portfolios, these are the buyers they have access to. Larger buyers like private equity firms, they pay higher valuation multiples for portfolio companies, leading to a better sale price for everybody. Smoother transaction process. 70% of transactions, small transactions, fail. They don't even make it across the finish line for that $1 million EBITDA business. Institutional buyers have the experience and resources to handle complex deals, reducing the risk of a transaction failure and ensuring a smoother, more predictable sale. And last, but definitely not least, being part of a portfolio amplifies bargaining power, allowing for better sale terms. When you are a collective portfolio, hypothetically doing 10 million, you have more bargaining power to get higher prices, to get better terms, post-sale conditions, less earnouts, less owner financing. Those are all extremely important things when negotiating an exit. And here's a few other benefits. Market dominance. Rather than being in your one little niche, your one little sector, whether it's fitness or med spa or chiropractic, you are part of a portfolio that has control over an entire sector in various niches. There's a lot of benefits that come along with that. Merger opportunities. While this is not a requirement to be part of a portfolio, you naturally will develop relationships with your allies because these are your business partners inside the portfolio. And through developing relationships with them, there naturally, organically, will come merger opportunities to bring two businesses together. And while it's not a requirement, by doing so, the value of those businesses has the opportunity to increase dramatically. For those of us that are in this world, we know that Eddie Malouf and Ashton merged their businesses together because there was synergy between them, because it was a smart strategic move to increase the value of their businesses. Shared resources. Systems that are tested throughout the entire portfolio. Nothing conceptual. Actual things that are being used today in other businesses that we know work, that we can share with other portfolio companies inside. Proven offers. When one of our partners in a portfolio has things that are working and make sense, it's shared across all. Why would we do that? What God forbid, one of our competitors is inside the portfolio, right? We don't want to share our offers. Of course we do. Because when one wins, we all win. Even when it's my competitor, by your business becoming more valuable, by you selling more, you make the portfolio more valuable. And by the portfolio becoming more valuable, my business becomes more valuable, and vice versa. This is not a random network or coaching community. These are your allies. These are your business partners. You want them to win, even if you're competing head up for clients. Because guess what? You're already competing head up for clients in the world that you exist in today. The only difference is you don't get a benefit when they gain a client and you lose one. It's a win-lose situation. This is a win-win situation. And what's crazy is we already do this. We already do this inside coaching groups. But we have to pay the coaching groups high monthly fees. They have no vested interest in our success, like our allies and partners in a portfolio. In fact, ready for a truth bomb? It is in the coach or guru's best interest for you to stay stuck with your problems. If you go from 1 million EBITDA to 5 million EBITDA overnight and skyrocket your business, you don't have a need for them anymore. Therefore, you don't pay their monthly membership anymore. It's in their best interest to keep you stuck with your problems because you need them. We share ideas and resources with our straight up competitors, not our allies and not our business partners inside of a portfolio. We go on coaching calls and share all of our secrets with a group in a coaching organization from people who are going to go out and try to take our clients. We're also listening to gurus that don't run businesses like ours and maybe haven't ever or in years. And a lot, have no proven success. They have nothing to show for what they're teaching us. We're just blindly taking advice from someone who hasn't done the damn thing, which leads to them ignorantly, not intentionally, ignorantly pushing conceptual ideas on your business and on my business, which is why we end up in this cycle, because they have to keep you engaged. They have to come out with the newest, sexiest AI call center, whatever it may be, to keep you wanting to stay with them. Yet we're spinning our wheels on things that we don't even know will work, which leads us back to our circle of madness, where we try to scale, we try to sell, we can't get what we want. So we go back and we do this until we are burnt out and want a couple pennies on the dollar, or we just let the business go away and we jump into something else just for a change. So let's compare being part of a portfolio versus part of a coaching organization. There's no high monthly fees with a portfolio, with a private equity portfolio. You pay your coaching networks, your communities, high monthly fees. We're both sharing resources. The only difference is theirs are conceptual and ours are proven, and ours are actually being used in our business. You have a vested community of people that care, your business partners, your allies, not random people in a community that it doesn't matter whether you go out of business or you make millions of dollars. It has no effect on them. You get access to better buyers. You get exit opportunities negotiated on your behalf. We are negotiating deals right now for 5, 6, 7 years down the road, and we have access to bigger and better buyers. It's really, really hard. Believe me, take it from me. It's really hard to run a business while selling your business. What happens is usually your business goes on a downward trajectory while you're selling, and the buyer uses that as negotiation leverage against you to pay you less. We are negotiating on behalf of our portfolio to get you a better price, and you could just worry about running your business. There's merger opportunities, as I mentioned, market dominance across the entire portfolio. We understand what's going on in various niches, various sectors, and the cherry on top is the size premium that I showed you earlier. If everything else wasn't enough to make sense, taking your business, your $1 million potential EBITDA business, from a $3 million exit, maybe if it can make it across the finish line, to a $10 million exit, adding ultimately $7 million. with a higher likelihood of transaction completion. To me, it's clear. The only reason it wouldn't be clear is because one path takes more organization. It takes more competence. It takes more understanding. But that isn't an excuse to ignore it. That's an excuse. That's a reason to lean in and learn more about it, which is what I'm doing now because I already made the mistake that I don't want you guys to make. And with us, Limitless Capital, you don't pay any fees. You get everything we have. High converting offers, advanced systems, cutting edge automations, world-class call center operations, AI-powered software, everything we're using in our business. We meet weekly with our CEOs, and we have quarterly in-person events in Tampa where we mastermind and we get together with our business partners. This isn't a networking event. This is a meeting of the minds with business partners where we're all trying to win and we're trying to win big. You get a committed community of partners that are vested in your success. When you grow, they grow, and vice versa. Let's all win. I don't care if we're competing head up. There's enough chiropractors out there for us, our 3 partners, agencies to win. Access to our buyers, exit opportunities negotiated on your behalf, and merger opportunities. Everything that I showed you earlier. You get everything we have. Everything we will create and use in the future. Everything we pay for. Everything we use in our own business. Everything. Because why would I not give you everything? Why would others in the portfolio not give you everything? You're our business partner. You're not a client of ours. You're not a customer. You're a partner. We want you to win. We want to all win together. It would be foolish for me to hold anything back from you because I need you to get better. I need you to grow. I need you to make more money so we all can win. And here's how we actually do it. Number 1, we build a pipeline, a community of potential business partners and portfolio agencies by doing what I'm doing now, putting you up on game, giving you what I know for free. So maybe you will consider working with me and going, this guy seems like he knows what he wants, has a path to get it, and is willing to bring me in and share it with me. Maybe I should have a conversation with him. We build a community. And on top of that, we tap into networks and brokers that are out there to get more opportunities. We can go on Biz Buy Sell and find opportunities. We either fully acquire businesses or we form partnerships through minority or majority acquisitions. And during due diligence, the first thing that we are looking for is an opportunity to pull a lever that you maybe don't see. Do you need help with marketing and sales? Is your fulfillment poor? Do you not understand how to do organic? Whatever it may be, where are you struggling? Is it something we've already figured out and cracked? Because if it is, the first place we're gonna add value to your business. Because once again, it adds value to the portfolio. We integrate the entire portfolio. And once again, I want to be clear, that doesn't mean merging. Merging is an option, but it doesn't have to happen. We bring all the companies in, we have synergy across all of them, which broadens our reach, reduces our competition. This is my favorite part. When we bring you in to the portfolio, not only does the entire portfolio grow, but we simultaneously reduce a competitor. That's compounded growth. We grow while reducing market competition, and you get to do the same thing. And then we apply the exit strategy that I shared with you earlier, which can boost from 200 to 450% modestly, conservatively. We can get more than that. The first digital media management got 11.8. What if we got 12? What if we got 15? What if we grew beyond 10 million EBITDA, which we can and will do? So this is what it looks like. So you understand this, because my brain took 9 months to put this together, and I'm trying to get yours to understand it in 45 minutes. We have Limitless Capital, our private equity fund. And inside of there, we have businesses and agencies and SaaS companies that we own, that we currently own. And then we have all this going on outside. We have potential partners, either majority, minority, it doesn't matter. There's all different ways to negotiate partnerships. We have our pipeline of acquisitions that we're looking at so that we can continue to grow. And remember, when we grow, you grow. If you're a partner agency and we go acquire 6 businesses, that doesn't take away from you. That adds value to you. And then we have our limited partners. To put it simply, are our investors in our private equity fund. These are people that are investing their capital into the private equity fund, which gives us our resources. I said you wouldn't have to use your own money to do this. This gives us our resources to form partnerships, to do acquisitions. For those of you that are my future partners, this is where I'm getting the money to allow you to take money off the table and become a partner. And then we have our buyer pool. For an exit that may be 5, 6, 7, 8 years away, we already are having conversations with buyers. We already are establishing relationships. We already are negotiating. Are you likely to get more for your business if you list it on Biz Buy Sell with some broker that doesn't give a shit about anything but a commission? Are you more likely to get a good price, a fair price, a high price, a better than fair price for your business if you're negotiating it over a 5-year period with the best possible buyers out there, big buyers? Or if you throw it up with a broker and 6 months later, you get someone who casually says, yeah, I'll buy it, and they negotiate you down as much as they can. You get access to our entire buyer pool. And these are not just individuals. These are venture capital firms, private equity firms, funds with millions and millions of liquid capital. And if for some reason you want to sell your business solo while being part of the portfolio, you can still do so. There's no handcuffs on anybody here. There's only upside, no downside. If you get an offer outside of the portfolio and you like it, you take it. Do a deal, done, not a problem. We're raising $18 million. We have $10 million in commitments. We're over 50% of the way there already. And so that you understand the very simple structure of a fund, a private equity fund, I'll show you. You have your expert investors. These are our team. This is our team of people that has the ability to find and negotiate great deals so that our portfolio grows with great businesses. We have our fund manager that handles SEC compliance, operations of running a fund, all the boring stuff, legal stuff that's very important. They're handling operations. Investor reports every quarter, all of that. Transparency into the fund, what we're doing with the money, everything. And then we have our salespeople, our capital raisers. They find investors and they raise capital. That's what their job is. And when I started this, my current business partner said, Gil, can you really raise 18 million? Or again, pipe dreaming. Well, I'll share this with you. Centimillionaires control $22 trillion in the United States. On average, they allocate 15 to 30% of their portfolios to private equity firms like Limitless Capital. 18 million is literally a little tiny drop in the bucket. It's not a lot of money. We're already over 50% of the way there. So they're part of my answer. Our portfolio becomes a powerful network. For those of you that become my business partner in the future, how many people do you know that are maybe high net worth or decent net worth that we could at least have a conversation with about investing with us, especially if we believe in and we have control over what we're doing? And we know that this is going to work out. So we leverage our expansive network and our current network. 60% of first-time private equity funds hit their capital targets within 12 months. It's not to say that it's easy, but there are a lot of people doing this. Why should we be any different? Why can't we play in this field? Because we didn't go to Stanford? No, we have hard knock education. We have entrepreneurial education. I'll take that any day. I'll take that person as a business partner any day over a Stanford graduate. In 2021, $626 billion was raised globally in private equity funds, and tech-focused private equity funds like Limitless Capital yield a median return of 18% IRR, which is laughable compared to what I'm about to show you. So here's our benchmarks. You can Google these later if you don't know what they are, but the top quartile US VC fund 2011 vintage year returned 21.5% IRR to its investors. Cambridge, US huge VC fund, returned 15.154 to its investors. The S&P, if you got any money in the S&P, from 2010 to 2020, it returned 13.69% IRR. annual return. Our conservative projections for our portfolio is 62.99% for our investors. I know that's a big number. And to me, when I originally did the calculations, I went back 100 times and said, is this something I can confidently put out to the world? And it is. And not only can I confidently share it, it's a conservative number. And I'll show you why. So here's the financial model. Here's what it would take in summary. 4 acquisitions at 2.5 million. Four businesses. 2 partnerships, 2 of you that raise your hand and say, I want to be a part of this. I want to do something big. 6 years. By the way, this is 6 total businesses. We already have 2 in the portfolio. That's 8, right? It's not a lot. 6 years from right now, the time's going to pass anyway. At the end of the 6-year period, conservatively, the portfolio would be doing 11.3 million in EBITDA. I'll show you these numbers if they don't make sense. Don't worry. At a 10.5x sale multiple, which is very realistic based on the statistics and notable transactions that I shared with you earlier. There's also source links in there so you can read the articles yourself to look at those transactions. The realized portfolio proceeds over a 6-year period is $140 million total. Part of that is profit and part of that is exit proceeds. And here's how it looks. We have a 62.99% return on the entire portfolio based on the money we invest. We have an 8.13x multiplier return based on the money that we invest. That includes the partners that come in, the investors, and the current businesses that are in the portfolio. The total realized proceeds are 140 million, as I just shared. And these are the 2 businesses that are already inside Limitless today, that are already a part of the portfolio today. These are the quarterly EBITDA numbers. These are the 6 additional that we're going to acquire or partner with, which I'll share in a minute. These are the 6 additional through acquisitions or partnerships. And at the bottom here is the collective quarterly EBITDA. Now, these acquisitions are based on a 3x multiplier. And I'll explain what I mean. This is me going on Biz Buy Sell and offering a 3x multiplier to a business doing about $1 million EBITDA, which I showed you earlier is, if you're looking to sell, you should take that all day. There's 1 million of those deals out there is what I'm saying to you. It's very realistic and it's also very conservative. I only factored in conservative growth here in the entire portfolio. What happens if one of us or all of us explode because of the shared resources? Our collective quarterly EBITDA is 2.8 million quarterly, which is times 4. Again, I had to learn basic multiplication. I suck at math. 11.3 million annually. And upon exit, after transaction costs, after all fees, after everything, that's 112 million from a sale. 10.5x times 11.3 million after transaction cost is $112 million. So again, that's 4 acquisitions, 2 partnerships, 6 years, 11.3 million in EBITDA on a 10.5x multiple. Guys, what I'm sharing with you here is so conservative. Do you think over a 6-year period, I already have 2 partners in the portfolio. I just sold my business in December of 2023. We are going to be way bigger than 8 businesses. I'm thinking more like 80 or 800. What happens to that multiplier when we have 18 businesses in and we're doing 100 million in EBITDA? It goes to 20x, 25x, 30x, numbers that we truly can't fathom. And everybody wins. This is the most conservative formula I could show you because I want to show you that this is not hard to do. It just takes organization. And I wanted to show you worst case scenario. If you come along with me, this is the worst case scenario. 140 million in proceeds. And the real question, if you haven't listened up until this point, this is the most important part. The real question is not just the money. It's who do you become after a 9-figure exit? What does being part of a 9-figure exit do for your entrepreneurial future? How does being able to say that you were involved in an exit of this magnitude impact your career? What doors open? What people want access to you? What invites to podcasts or meetings, or what doors that you can't get in right now that I can't get in, that we can't get in? What doors can we get in? Just by saying we were part of a 9-figure private equity recap. It's not just the money. It's who we get to become in the process. So here's your options. You can sell your business to me. I've already raised money. I have capital that I need to deploy before the end of the year. So I'm buying. And if you're checked out and just want to sell, and you came to this call because you heard that Gil has raised money and is buying digital businesses, the answer is yes, I am. Scan the QR code, go to the link, select selling my business, complete the application, and if you qualify, I will make an offer. That's your first option, just for showing up today. I have money waiting in the wings. I understand your business model, and I'm ready to buy. The second one is you can become a partner. And when I say a partner, I'm not asking you to be a part of my business. I'm asking you to be a partner in Limitless Capital, our business. It's not mine. The way that I'm structuring my private equity firm is not how traditional private equity structures it, where they maintain control. I'm asking you, if you qualify and if it makes sense, let's do this together. I just gathered the information and put it together here to share with you. We will partner to build, scale, and sell your business. We will teach you the game of private equity, launching you into your next larger opportunity vehicle. There is no game larger than private equity. So whatever you are doing today, your business, if you want to move into a larger opportunity vehicle, we'll teach you the game. I spent a lot of money to learn it. We will be with you as partners, not coaches, as your business partner, every step of the way, so that you can do this, so that you can go from your first or your second business into a larger opportunity vehicle and larger opportunity and larger. This is the game of entrepreneurship. Why even play if you're not trying to do this? Why even go through what we go through if you're not trying to go big, if you don't want to win big? I know a lot of you got families and wives and husbands and kids. We put them through a lot. Let's get a reward for it. So you can do this with us. You can level up with us, with me. There's 3 ways that you can become a partner in Limitless Capital. I'm going to try to make this as simple as I can. This can happen through an equity sale involving money through mutually agreed upon terms. You sell me part of your business, whether it's a minority, majority, there's all different options. There's all different ways to structure deals that are win-win. You sell your entire business and take some stake back in partner stakes in Limitless Capital. You say, you know what? I am done. I do want to sell. I do want to take cash off the table, but I want in on what you're doing. But I don't want to operate this business anymore. Maybe you want to come work with me in Limitless Capital. You sell your business, you take equity stake back in Limitless Capital, and you still have ownership over the entire portfolio. That's 2. Or number 3, you don't have to sell any equity. You could just invest in the portfolio, and by default, we will bring your business in and you will get all the upside that I shared here today by being an investor in the portfolio. So to recap, a partial equity sale, a sale of portion of your business equity, retaining some ownership while securing immediate capital. You get to take some money off the table if you're ready to do so, and you become part of the portfolio. You sell your business entirely while keeping some equity in Limitless portfolio. Or number 3, you be an investor. We have minimums to be an investor. I believe in what we're doing, so I'm not taking every $10,000, $50,000. There's minimums. But if you become an investor, your business comes in and gets all the upside of the portfolio. The exit, shared systems, synergies, partnerships, quarterly meetups in Tampa. You get everything. And this is not a fee like coaching groups charge you. This is an investment that you get an ROI on that you also get to bring your business in. All of those paths lead to you being part of Limitless, which is our company. So if you're interested, you can scan the QR code, or you can go to the link. Sorry, it's a little longer than I wanted it to be. You can select Scaling My Business. You can complete the application. We'll book a call. We'll have a conversation. We'll see if it makes sense. And over time, we'll work out a deal that's a win-win. And you join the portfolio. And we start executing on the plan that I shared with you here today. Or here's the last option. You go do what I shared with you today. I told you I'm not holding anything back. I'm not here trying to convince you to do anything unless it makes sense. Take the info I provided, go build a fund, build a portfolio. Do it this way. It makes so much more sense. Don't shy away from an opportunity like this because it seems hard. It's already hard to run your business. Get a reward for it. Get something big. Win big. I always hear entrepreneurs say that I want to play big. Here's the opportunity. The door is open. And to help you, I have something for you to show you I have no motive here. This is my gift to everyone for showing up today. So if you didn't show up, you're not getting this. But if you showed up, this is what you're getting. The $100 million exit playbook. And I want to make a claim here. This is the only formula-based $100 million claim or book that you will see. And the financial model is in the book to prove it. Everybody else likes to use $100 million whatever because it sounds cool. I'm giving you a formula for 100 million. Conservative formula. In this book is all my personal notes, everything that I've gathered over 9 months, and exactly what I'm doing with Limitless. All of it. The inner workings of raising capital, private equity, all of it. It's yours. Go do it on your own if you like, or if you're interested in working with me, read through it, learn more about it, and you still have the opportunity to do so. But it's an open book to give you everything. Because like you, I am an entrepreneur and I want you guys to win. And this is the way you not only win, but you win really big. The financial worksheet is in there. You can download it. You can save it. It's yours to keep. Everyone here will receive a copy after today's webinar. And I'm documenting my entire process of building my private equity firm. Everything on video, everything I learned, every effing mistake that I make along the way, so that you don't have to make those mistakes if you follow in my footsteps, if you follow this path. I'm documenting everything and I'm giving it to you free. And this is not just a record one and done course. This is everything that I'm learning and improving upon in my businesses. This is everything that I learn about private equity in a involving market adapting course. So as I'm learning and as I'm making mistakes and as I'm correcting them and as I'm building my team, I'm going to document it all and it's yours free forever. And as this changes, it's yours free. So my question to you is this. Which team do you want to be on? A team that has a plan to allow you to be part of a 9-figure private equity recap? Or do you want to be stuck in the cycle of madness where you try to scale, you try to sell, and you repeat it until you're so burnt out, you hate the game that you started because you love it? I want to read you guys one thing, and then I'll let you get back to your day. I want to take a minute to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. The fact that you've given me your time today and allowed me the opportunity to connect with so many smart business people is something that I can never fully express in words. I had a troubled upbringing, and at times I was completely lost in my life. And the fact that I'm here now, sharing whatever information I can with you, and that you're actually listening to me, is something I literally dreamed of as a child. Entrepreneurship is not just a way for me to make money. It's not something I do to even pay the bills. And it's more than a passion. It literally saved my life. It gave me a positive outlook in otherwise negative circumstances. and it channeled my energy into something meaningful where it could have easily gone elsewhere. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for being here today. You'll never know how much it means to me. Thank you guys.